Hi, my name is CJ, and I play way too much Pokemon, and I'm bad at intros. So, UBDL Week 3 Team Builder. Starting off with some thread assessment. Everything's in draft order. Starting off with Iron Valiant. Actually, overall, their team, from what I'm gathering, is, for the most part, pretty frail, and can be pretty glass cannony if they're not really investing into it. Other than some pretty good, like, straight defenses here and there, it's nothing too bad. Or nothing I don't have things to work around with. But yeah, Iron Valiant, all we've seen didn't come out week 1. Week 2 only was in for half turn Thunder Punch. So obviously it can go mixed, it can go one or the other. If it does come, which I would expect it, just again having a bunch of dark types, and then fighting obviously covers multiple things. So yeah, definitely here I'll expect the team so far. Definitely Iron Treads. Iron Treads is a hot commodity for his team. Lokix kind of has been the premier focus, Terra Captain, whatever, on their team. So far, they mentioned him only because he's forgotten to switch it off, and so assuming he doesn't, because this is the Terra Stab, and most of the time I have seen Dark with Sucker Punch, U-Turn, that has a couple niche coverage that I'm not really too afraid of. So yeah, it does get a couple of fighting moves, which it can be problematic at times. Throat Spray Noivern, we've seen kind of a smart Terra Any. So if they really do want to use that, and if that's going to come in against the team. Yeah, so it's their Terra Any, so they can do whatever. Pretty sure they have him running Frisk. I don't think they. Infiltrator can be something they bring if they anticipate me going double screens. Rouge, left key. Noivern. This would be the expected team, just going off of initial, because Espeon, I'm not really throwing out much for Magic Bounce, and Synchronize. Again, I don't have much for use to that. Again, I have dark types. Same thing with Rotom. Rotom has. I'm actually kind of excited to see what comes out of this next 4 weeks, because I'm not really seeing it coming this week either. Again, as much as attachment, the 4 dark types I do, the 3 dark types that I have, kind of hinder my team. They are kind of a strong point in this week. So, Rouge, Fire type, has a bunch of coverage. It does everything. It can hit. It does get fighting or not fighting stat. Fighting coverage, fire coverage, psychic coverage. Although being another psychic, which is week 2, grass or not grass, dark and bug. Yeah, I don't really see it. I see it in being bad in any way, because I'm pretty sure it has decent bulk. Yeah, 100 defense, and it's pretty like just regular, just base bulk. It's kind of scary. I don't know if he is using just recommended, or if he's like actually putting stats elsewhere, but it is going recommended. And this is just a couple things I was doing while theory crafting went up. So yeah, I mean, even if they do like AV, do all this, bada bing, bada boom, it's just gonna be tanky as hell. I feel like this is probably going to be the biggest threat realistically, but definitely not like be able to end all, like, 6-0 sweep. He has brought Cloister. He hasn't run Focus Sash, but that's before you watch the VOD. Yeah, I'm assuming it's Shell Smash, Herb. I don't know, anyways, uh, yeah. So if he does bring this, it's gonna be gimmicky. I do have a couple of priority mons. It's like, there's definitely threats, and like so far, just like initially, like looking at like our teams comparatively, it has been a lot of like I just saw where it has just been like I kind of like feel really strong going to in this with my darkened bug types, because I just kind of saw Scizor kind of like covering a lot of their weaknesses. As long as I take care of like Noivern Armourouge, uh, I could see Serena coming. Maybe if they want to like play around Scizor a little more, but again, it's also a bug type, so I can deal with it. Definitely big in its own right as far as the base bulk, high attack, and again, I am more than likely going to be like bringing one of my like grass weak mons, but I do have plenty to work around it if I have to. But yeah, overall, their team just in general is kind of frail. Other than like looking at it now, I kind of see Serena Armourouge kind of being a little bit of threats if they come up. But again, nothing I can't just whittle down if I had to trade if I have to. And then Iron Treads, kind of physical bulk, but I just throw on super effective special attack and should be 2-hit KOing, possibly 1-hit KOing, and just kind of overall just covered. And even so, I mean, even physical hits, unless they are going like full defense, it's still gonna like hit pretty hard. Uh, One thing is, the only thing that worries me is the physical defense on those 3 mons. They're pretty high, and again, like I've said in past past times, I don't have many special attackers. I have Hydreigon, and then Oricorio kind of isn't really the most reliable special attacker, because it's either needs setup or it's just gonna like revenge kill or trade kill something. Okay, then Sylveon. Most of the time I am. I mean, last week kind of like really solidified it, is my confidence in the pick of being a backup attacker. I don't think I have the luxury of like being against a heavy special team. Realistically, I mean, unless you want to count Armourouge, Noivern as like the special attackers. But yeah, they're gonna be like running 1 or 2 utility mons, or like Cloister. I'll lump into like the like niche like one way thing. That's not gonna be like heavily threatening my team. Getting into the team. So definitely, who I think like projected of this match, Scizor. Definitely, they have a lot of bug weakness. So I'm just planning on abusing that. And then same thing, they do have like fighting moves, dark moves. So I'm just gonna Terra Bug on here. So if I have to, then it like does. Obviously, it's not unless I want to like invest into it, which it's maybe not the best thing to do. But it's just all I gotta do is take care of Armourouge, or if not, just like come and revenge kill. Not this one, this here. Come and revenge kill it with Scizor, and then have it like run free. Going Choice Band Technician, I might really kind of want to change this because I don't want to like lock in a move and be like just look into a move into a bad pairing and then having to switch. Yeah, because I don't really want to run U-turn, because if I am locking myself into a bug move, I'd rather stay in because of the bug weakness. I don't think this team is like too bug weak, but definitely scissor weak. As far as I know, I'll leave it up in post, but I'm pretty sure it does hit dark super effective. I mean, even if they Terra, it does hit bug super effective or dark super effective. And then Pounce is just gonna be there for speed control, if anything else, because I could just, what was that? Yeah, 75 base, stab, banded, max attack, like super effective. If not, it's just gonna chunk. I have aerial ace for coverage, bullet punch for stab prio. Aerial ace takes care of some of their, like, I kept thinking low kicks was fighting, but it's not fighting. It's bug, which still counts for the aerial ace, because 100 base is pretty high compared to Tyranitar. And yeah, it's not the worst base in the world to just keep, especially with resists. Then aerial ace takes care of a lot of things that doesn't already hit. We have a brick break on it, because I'm expecting screens from Klefki, but it also hits some Iron Treads, super effective. It's obviously never gonna kill it, I don't think. But yeah, just an extra coverage move, because I'm pretty sure a lot of things that resist it that aren't Iron Treads, or Pounce on low kicks. Okay, coming back, make changes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep all that rambling in the first part. Okay, anyways, after doing some changes, switched aerial ace for U-turn. Changed from max speed, max attack to just the default bulky band set here. Figured it was better. Just didn't need aerial ace. Stab U-turn is always good to just fill in. I just went aerial ace over U-turn because I felt like I needed it for more coverage, but I didn't really need much coverage. It only really took care of Iron Valiant, which just kind of gets wielded down by bullet punch. Next, just rounding out the Fairy Dragon Steel Core I wanted to bring here is just running back the same set, maybe a little bit different order, but yeah, it's basically same set, except for this time Sylveon's getting the leftovers. Just Wish, Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, Shadow Ball. Just can be clear mid game, can be late game sweeper, late game, just like last week. Terra Steel Noivern can take care of it, I guess. But again, if I am like plus stacked on special defense, not a problem. Only thing that really threats is Whirlwind, or if there's like a surprise Dragon Tail that I'm not thinking of, but not really wanting to look up, or doesn't even get hit by Dragon Tail in the man. So yeah, it's Whirlwind or Roar, if they have any of that. So yeah, now that I do know that they are bringing Iron Treads, as a just to set up hazards, then hit with stab. Here I am running Donphan with Rapid Spin, Ice Shard, Knockoff, and EQ. really like didn't want to set up hazards on my own because they are gonna like rapid spin and they're iron treads. And yeah, just full on boomer team. Got to show them who's boss because they got a lot of new Pokemon here. Yeah, knockoff has coverage. Is always good. Earthquake super effective. Big stab hitter. Ice Shard priority. Hits no even if I need to. Then just wanted to throw a little bit into special defense here. Yeah, special defense here because I'm not really sure if I'm really scared of many, or they don't really have all too many that I don't know. I just threw some in special defense because I already had a regular defense, which is pretty good. But just want to have that covered, and more so because I do have another member. Just because I am running Assault Fest, I thought might as well just boost that up a ton. Going with what is that? Brave Nature. With min speed, because I am actually gonna run the trick room here. Runs along with the citrus berry, heat proof, because I'm not really scared of many ground type moves. But they are gonna get like possible fire punch, heat wave, any kind of fire move. Trick room, gyro ball. Just because a lot of their team is pretty much just fast, frail, and I mean, it's not even the glass cannons, but they do have glass cannons that I can bully around in Trick Room. Nightshade, just to have some like reliable chip, so I'm not like deeply investing into attack stats. Then I have Grass Knot, just have a little more coverage. Does if Iron Treads does become a threat. Then I have that going for me because it has lower special defense. And then that maybe Cloister if I have to. But yeah, it's just there for Iron Treads if these two meet. Went full defenses with plus attack because or plus defense because they have more. I'm expecting more of their physical ones. Then lastly we have T-Tar. Have Choppleberry, just because they do have plenty of fighting moves. And I'm just kind of wanting to set up or at least Trick Room switch. And then get at least like a curse out before I get hit with Choppleberry. Because Choppleberry just kind of guarantees that I'm going to live any type of like physical fighting move. So the only thing I'm really scared of is the Focus Blast. Yeah, so Focus Blast is the only really thing that's can hit me like quad effective on the special side. But again, it's if that's only if he wants to bring it. It's also 70% accurate. Then I already have a pretty much good special bulk, and then plus Sandstorm boost is gonna be pretty much really close to the 300 mark. Then attack, full attack obviously. Max defense, I'm really gonna need it. And then just kind of just gets worse and worse for them as I set up a cursor too. Iron Head does cover a couple things harder than Rock Slide, just because I don't know, everyone's like Premier is like missing every 90% accurate move. Sorry, this is 90. The other one is 85, right? So no, just 80. My bad. So yeah, I just wanted to go Rock Slide. It's a little more consistent. Has the chance of flinching. which I personally would rather have. And then I'm gonna switch to Crunch for Earthquake. Because although Crunch is 80 base stab, chance to lower the defense and whatever. Doesn't make too much of a difference there. But yeah, Earthquake hits Klefki, super effective also. In addition to versus in addition to Armor Rouge versus just Crunch hitting Armor Rouge and not really much else on their team unless they do want to bring Espeon, but Espeon kind of has like pretty low defense being in the evolution. So unless they want to bring like max HP, max defense, which they could honestly do, I would not put it past them. But still, it's gonna hit hard no matter what I use against it because there's just a high attack. Then assuming like any curse boost, gonna be hitting hard. Definitely gonna be the main build around with the team. At the same time, like I'm barely getting chipped by rocks. And then same thing with actually the more thinking about it, I think Levitate's actually decently better here because it does avoid the spikes because they have been running spikes. Gets over the spikes, it's over the Earthquake. Heat Proof, I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't think I'm ever like realistically living like 2 fire moves, but definitely 1 fire move I can live, and then such Sperry and probably slower switching and sacrifice. But yeah, Levitate like helps more with a lot of other things. So yeah, the basic build around other than the Fairy Dragon Steel type Steel core here. But these 3 are gonna be like my main core of the team. As far as just setting up Trick Room, setting up Curse. If he goes down, Trick Room's up. Then he is definitely faster, can hit, and then even without Trick Room, if that runs out, then he has a decent bulk, and then just AV attacker. Just 3 utility moves and Earthquake. Yeah, that's team builder for week 3 of the Shining Renegades UBDL. Week 3 matchup against Mister Marshadow and the versus the Baltimore Bolts, led by Mister Marshadow. I'm pretty sure he does do content, so if I can find his channel, I'll link it down below. And with all that said, thanks for watching. I've been CJ, and see you tomorrow.